Mga kababayan ko at mga ka-watchman, ito'y maging napakasubo o napakalungkot na pangyayari nung nagdaan o nakalipas na Sabado nung pag-atake ng Hamas sa Kapar-Asa near the Gaza Strip sa Israel. At ito ang mga sinasabing figure ng huli, actual figure na 1,200 killed in 4 days after the attack of the Hamas ISIS and 2,700 injured. Lahat ng mga, almost siguro lahat ng mga tao sa Kapar-Asa sa kibbutz malapit sa near Gaza Strip ay pinatay ng walang awang mga ISIS, Hamas, Islamist, radicals, Hezbollah at lahat na ng mga kasamaan ay kanilang pinatay ang mga sibilyan, pati mga bata na walang awa, at ang mga kababaihan ay kanilang nire-rape. Hindi na makatao ang kanilang ginagawa at ito'y isang kademonyuhan. Makikita natin ng retaliation na sinasabi ng ibang mga radicals na lumalampas na ang Israel sa ginagawa dahil doon sa pambubomba. Ang sabi ni Lieutenant Colonel Cornicos, ID spokesperson, let me explain why. Ang mga Islamist o jihadist o itong mga Hamas, Hezbollah, mga terorista ay ginagamit nila ang mga civilian as their shelter and shield at paggawa ng kanilang mga bomba at pag-atake doon sa Israel. Let me explain why. Ito ang sabi ni Lieutenant Colonel Cornicos, IDF spokesperson.
And you ask yourself, well, this looks like civilian buildings, and why is the IDF striking civilian business? Then let me explain why. Hamas, being cowardly terrorists, they don't advertise where they are. There's no sign on a building that says, welcome to the Hamas headquarters for exporting terrorism to Israel. Welcome to the Hamas Research and Development Center. This is where we produce rockets and missiles. They don't do that. They do all of the things inside civilian buildings, and they hide behind their own civilians. We call that using civilians as human shields, which is a despicable practice. It's a war crime, and it's something that terrorists do. They try to hide behind their own civilians in order to seek refuge and hoping that we won't try to attack them or get to them because there are civilians in the way. Let me say this. The IDF is still and will always be committed to fighting according to the established laws of armed conflict. We don't want to kill civilians. That is certainly not our goal. But what we are committed to doing is to make sure that at the end of this war, Hamas doesn't have any military capabilities to strike Israel with. And
ito po mga kababayan, ang mga radicals, Islamist radicals, ay kumukuha ng simpatiya doon sa world community at sila'y nagrarally. At ito yung report na makita natin kay Sharma Palkia, vintage reporter, anchor.
But tell that to some so-called activists. A student organization at Harvard University has released a statement on Saturday's attack, and this is what they say. Today's events did not occur in a vacuum. The apartheid regime is the only one to blame here. They're talking about Israel. How about that? This is the message from America's elite university. 1,200 Israelis dead, but the whole thing is Israel's fault. It makes total sense. You also have pro-Palestinian rallies across the world. Nothing wrong with that. Everyone is free to organize rallies or protest, but look at what's happening at these events. In New York, people are holding up the swastika, the Nazi symbol. In Sydney, they're chanting anti-Semitic slogans. In London, Jewish eateries are being attacked. How is any of this helping Palestine? It isn't. But it exposes their true colors. By all means, protest against Israel if you want to, express solidarity with Palestine if you want to, but at the same time, condemn what happened on Saturday. What is wrong is wrong. You cannot justify that by pointing at the past. Some habitual offenders are openly supporting Hamas, like Iran and Hezbollah.
Mga kababayan ko, sa panghuli, suportahan natin Israel sa pamamagitan ng panalangin at sa pamamagitan ng pag-counter ng mga fake news, dahil maraming mga fake news na pinapalabas sa social media, at ganun din naman yung simpatiya na kukunin nila sa mga tao instead na sa Israel, dahil sila yung gumaganti lamang sa ginagawa ng mga ISIS, Hamas, Hezbollah at ibang mga radicals. Ay itong magagawa natin sa huling mga panahon at ipanalangin natin ang pagbalik ng Panginoon na mga palatandaan ang magagawa natin na Israel shall stand, and we stand for Israel as we are friends of Israel. The Philippines is a friend of Israel.